So we got the earlier ferry jack.
So firstly, I feel like I owe a bit of an apology for the introduction, which kind of has epic drone shots and the van and mountains and all that kind of thing, when in reality I am parked up on my parents' drive due to the coronavirus, which of course is affecting us all at the moment. I was meant to be in Italy at the moment with the van, but all of those plans are on hold, and yep, just kind of like everybody else, just waiting to see how things unfold. In this episode, I cover 3 main topics. A bikepacking trip I did with my girlfriend and 2 friends in the Sierra Nevada, a road trip I did in Norway, and finally the first stage of the big build I'm doing on my Syncro at present.
You want me to not be sassy for your video?
So it's our first day riding in Malaga. The big mistake we've made is that we're all palely and look at this, this is not made for the sun. Neither were my feet actually either. My feet now have so much sun cream on, look at this. Normal portion, normal portion, normal portion. Oh.
No, you have my jump. I'm fine. You know when you trampoline and it's your jump? Oh, that was good.
Look how worried Michelina is.
It's 6 in the morning.
Oh.
Have you ever had that happen before? Super scary. Can I have a wee room here?
Oh yes.
Love me.
It's like 35 degrees and it's like 10 o'clock. It's steep when the cars can't get out of first gear.
That's exactly what they're saying.
Oh, it's
What are you gonna say on your set?
I don't know.
I can't even drink water properly.
Yeah, look how. Yeah, I'll show the view and just say, cool. Wow, we're handling this so well.
Nothing yet, like literally
I
Can't get it off.
nothing.
I stepped in dog on the way.
And we are wrecked already, so it's a perfect start.
So you know how bad the descent is when you see this. So we left our campsite this morning and basically hike-a-biked for about 5 hours and like 30+ degrees, and we still have I think 27 miles to go. Bart is a machine, he like never stops. Very nice, very nice.
How it feels to be rich, and this is it right here.
Also, like it's just crazy that time of year. It's like you have a perfect sunset and you see like this amazing moon.
I
like,
know.
just next to it. Which is...
So Bart has lost the key to his bike lock and I'm struggling for good reason. And the Spanish guy just came through and just told us that this is the key.
I cut it. That's what happened when you're an idiot.
Let's go be a skid.
Yeah.
Some of you probably remember Benjamin from Sky.
Tell me, where are we? In the Isle of Skye.
Yep.
Appreciating the landscape and natural beauty of this place.
So he's with me now.
I'm drier now.
At the moment.
It's the quiet that gets you.
Yeah. It's just silent. All you can hear is the waterfall behind you, that's it. I'm hoping it will get worse. So I've convinced Ben that he should jump into the Arctic.
See, why am I doing this? This seems like the stupidest idea ever.
Because it'll be funny. This is my
I'm taking sure I'm zipped up.
3, 2, 1, go on, son.
Oh my god, that's gone. Oh my god.
Good luck getting out, mate. Right, we should probably get you in now because hypothermia probably only takes about 10 minutes. So we're currently climbing up Reinebringen, which is like the most popular hike in Lofoten. But one thing that's really important, I think, to show in this video is that you really do have to be super careful when you do it and what time of the year, because it does have steps, but it's pretty sketchy now that the snow's come. Benjamin's just there.
There are no steps.
There's
Total ball. There's no way those kids are doing this thing. They are going up a nice route, aren't they? They're getting a nice little tea hut down the corner that we're going to see when we go back down.
best friend in the world.
You take me to magical places. It's this kind of stuff they say don't do. This is the start of Casualty.
So this is where my time in Lofoten ends, and we're about to get the ferry over to Buddha. Benjamin's in the van.
What, have you got a good word?
Always got good words backed up.
This, playing with a dyslexic person is unfair. Right.
I won't know where we're going until I pull over, because this first bit.
That's how you're doing this whole trip, isn't it?
Look out my maps from the 16th century.
Oh, there it is.
And I think it might be closed. How was it? It was alright, but I got scurvy and frostbite.
Freezing cold, but my feet aren't that bad. And this is when I pull them out and finally got frostbite.
It was our first night in the van last night, and
Wasn't it memorable?
it was pretty chilly. We got duvet, sleeping bag.
Well, that is debatable. You had a duvet, licked it.
I had a lovely duvet, yeah. Today we have to drive about 8 hours. USB cable isn't doing so great. And this is where we parked, just at the back of a gas station. We wanted to make sure we had like bathroom in the morning and everything else. Van started on the button, and we're just so impressed with this thing. That's from all the love making, obviously, last night. For anyone who doubts how cold it is in my van. If you're anyone who has an old van like this, I think it's like so important when you wake up to just have it sit for like 10 minutes and warm up gently. You know, you're in somewhere like Norway where there's loads of big steep hills. You don't want to start an old engine and just then ask it to just pull you up a massive hill, you know. I always let my van warm up its engine, let all the fluids get round, just get things circulating. And yeah, so just, you know, take your time with these things, especially if you have an old van like mine.
Oh my god. No camera will ever compare to the real thing, but it is still stunning.
This is our second fill up of the journey. I'm going to kind of keep tabs this time on how much fuel I use. But the van's pretty good generally. I get about 25 miles per gallon. Right, well, something pretty He just happened. A lorry just came on our side of the road and just took my mirror, smashed it clean off, hit it into the window. Can't believe this, smashed my side window. And we're now trying to fix my window, trying to keep it till we get back to the UK.
Doing like a Dr. Phil episode where we're just going to lay it all on the table, talk about our feelings. And
basically what just happened is we were coming around the corner and a lorry was coming around, so the lorry's coming around a corner like this. So he's come over onto our side because he's obviously gone in too fast, he's leaning over. Hits our wing mirror on the passenger side. That gets smashed into the passenger side window. Luckily it didn't smash into Benjamin's face. Like honestly, we're starting to wonder whether this is like presidential glass. How it took that hit, I have no idea. I'm so grateful that just he wasn't hurt. Because he sort of, thanks mate. Because he was like, I mean we were laughing because I don't want to imagine my poor friend dying, but Benjamin tends to sleep quite a lot on the drive, and he had his arm like leaning on the side like this with his head, and me, his whole head would have come off. It was our second night sleeping in the van. How was it then?
mate, could you just like start? Why did you go somewhere cold? Can you go and explore, you know, the Med or somewhere nice? And I'll come and join you then. This is ridiculous. That's on the inside.
Yeah. It's time to get the camera out, I think now. Like it's going to be just probably a few times to stop every few miles.
This is insane.
Now we're at Garangafjord, which is just insane. I've been here before, I've actually kayaked here before. Garangafjord has been cooking my brakes. I have to be really careful. After a long day on the road, it's really important to keep your guests properly nutritioned. So I've made Benjamin an amazing meal. Just here. Tonight another day of smoking brakes, overheating engines, smashed mirrors, broken drone, and to finish it off, boiled eggs.
I think it's the only time in my life that I've actually had to have a smoking break. And that's not because the van was smoking.
We're just heading down towards Stryn, or Strain. I was here like 2 years ago, pretty much. It's really cool to be back here in the winter and to see this view and share it with Benjamin. This is the first time I've been Oslo dropping off someone. So I was driving pretty much all night, finally like pulled over to get some sleep. I am so cramped.
It's so full, I can barely see my feet down there.
So it begins. I was thinking it would take it off and the whole thing would be well rusty, but it's only that bit's pretty bad there, but it's pristine. You're a bit better judge than me, but that to me is a bit of a result, to be honest. It's like you with your canoe. Yeah. It like catches you. Yeah, do you want a hand with that first? have I done? So we're just cutting out the floor, which is a dirty, sticky job.
Jack in as a lodger.
So this is the old interior and we're going to take this out. Not all of it, probably just back to that cupboard there. And the main reason is this just takes up way too much space. I don't need this space here. The new roof is on, we sealed it, it's still drying out a bit. It's looking really good, I'm really happy with the finish. Will's done an amazing job. He basically wants it to be submersible, so the amount of sealant that's on that roof is pretty incredible. Looks solid. Solid. That'll do for another 10 years. You can see that that strut is much thinner than the new one. It's much better. It could come out as one unit.
Back in at this stage.
True. Here it comes. Absolutely destroyed the thing. We're now trying to work out the savage bodge that's on my van.
Fridge. Did you take the fridge out?
Yeah, oh yes. Do you reckon you're going to end up ripping out the cupboard as well?
Hopefully not. I'm trying to think about, because you won't actually need that anymore.
No,
I'm trying to think about whether you could like make another little cupboard there.
I have no other storage, so it'd be nice.
Are you like laughing but crying?
Yeah.
Imagine if you were out having coffee and you came back
And I just saw
find
this.
it.
On hookup, you can touch any of the bodywork.
Like
I remember coming back from kayaking once and I had wet hands and I thought I had, like, you know, pins and needles in your hands. That's what I thought I was imagining. I was like, oh, that's stupid. But I thought I better disconnect it just in case. And then the next day I just got a savage shock of it.
I don't know where that's actually.
Zig unit is out. Finding out what horrible bodges were behind that. Is there anything in here that you'd class as a fire hazard? Thing that you just...
I think all the stuff that went through the steel would be bad. But, well, I think the fact that you were getting electrocuted is enough of an answer to that question, isn't it?
If I get electrocuted after I take this away, I'm going to be so angry at you.
So is that your split charge?
Yes. Look at the state of that.
Do you know, at midnight last night when I finished work, I was so miserable.
Really?
I'm not miserable anymore. This is like, this just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
So that isn't actually plugged into anything. It's like a little
loop.
The thing that you can buy that Victron make, that you connect to both batteries, and it's like a split charge relay, but it allows them to go both ways. It's got tape on the end of it.
There is so much space inside of here.
Wow, this is going a really long way. Yeah, I think you had repaired, didn't you?
Yeah.
What you really want to do is take that off,
yeah,
make the pillar good, and then put a new arch up to it.
Yeah.
It just seems pointless because this will all clean up really nice. I need to work out how to make that corner nice.
So Will is just cutting out the last of the rust, and this will be wrapped to painted tomorrow in the best match we can, obviously, with this paint. The rust has been pretty good overall, to be honest. Will was pretty impressed. Considering how much mileage I do, there was only a few places that were bad. We're still kind of deciding what to do with the interior, but it's going to be very minimal setup because I've got additional storage now above me. I already have one swivel seat here, but now I'll be able to have another one here because the cupboards won't come all the way to the seat. I did a little polishing on my van, Will did, and look at the difference in paint. I'm going to take these cupboards out now so that I can insulate behind there. Next step is to start putting this stuff on the floor, in the walls. It's just sound deadening. So the next job is to rip out my old back seat. So as well paints the van, I'm just preparing the next can of Raptor. First new window is in, which is cool. We've sealed that really tight. So the recycled Westphalia bed is in. This was just second hand. Obviously this is quite tatty, but the bed mechanism and everything itself is better than what I had in mind. So this is an improvement, although it's probably hard to believe. I'm now insulating the floor. We're not going to relocate my dispatcher. This actually still fits here, which is super handy. Original van setup wasn't really insulated at all, so we're going all out on this one, starting with this nice insulated foil stuff. And it's good because it molds the contours nicely.
I'll tell you what we might want to get.
Go on.
We're going to get some flexible conduit.
That's awesome, yeah. Truth. Whoa, yeah, that's working alright. These videos and you'd like to see more, please do subscribe. This will be the last video I make that is this format. Up to this point, YouTube has always been secondary to my work and other commitments, but moving forwards I really want to focus on my storytelling and production and try to make stuff that's really worth watching. And you know, like, this has always been just something I've done on the side and I haven't been able to give it the time it really deserves. So moving forwards I really would like to change that. I also receive a lot of questions on social media regarding van life and bike packing and kayaking and just alternative living in general, and I think that YouTube is the best platform for me to answer those questions. So I'd really appreciate if you guys have any ideas for topics you'd like me to cover. Just drop it in the comments below.